Hey everyone, Jen Snow here. I just wanted to pop on. My day kind of changed course, and so it gave me an opportunity to kind of sit down and think about something that I thought was really important because it kind of happened throughout my day today. I was working with some new people in hypnotherapy, and some people who've never gone within but have really struggled with meditating or doing any form of self-hypnosis, any kind of meditation, whether it be guided, whether it be self, whether it be, going out in the wilderness and doing a movement meditation. They really were struggling, and we kind of were talking about that today. And one thing that kept coming up, the common denominator, was the expectation, high ship, of what the meditation looks like, what self-hypnosis looks like, what that journey is going to look like. We all have this idea of what it's supposed to look like and how it's supposed to go and where it's supposed to go and what it's going to show us and what we're going to see, what we're going to feel, what we're going to know. And sometimes it's just not like that. Sometimes it's not like any of the expectations that we have set for ourselves because of the research that we've done or the communication that we've had with those around us that are doing it every day. Our experience is not going to be the same as their experience. Your experience with self-hypnosis, hypnotherapy, meditation, whether it be sitting, laying, moving, walking, breath work, energy healing, wherever you're going with your inner self journey, is going to be your unique experience. And you have to let go of that expectation. Let it be what it is, and allow yourself to experience how you are going to experience it. So for instance, one of my clients, she really struggled because she kept trying to see things. Like, it was all about seeing, and it's really driven into our belief system that if you can't see it like a movie, you're not really experiencing it. But that's not the truth of it. We all interpret the experience differently. Some of us are feelers, some of us are knowers, some of us are seers, some of us watch it from a first view perception. Some of us watch it like we're looking down on it from an outside perception. However you experience those moments of your inner journey is absolutely imperfect. And I just wanted to tell you that you got to let yourself have those moments. You got to go with it. You let yourself observe it. Let yourself witness how you are going to do it. Let yourself be in connection with your whole self and what that feels like, what it looks like, what you trust your impressions, and let it take you where it needs to take you, and give yourself permission to go there. If you are struggling with going within, and you're struggling with getting to that place where you see something, or you feel something, or you go somewhere outside of your brain running around like a crazy person, nonstop, squirrel, because I squirrel all the time. So this is something I really had to learn. Was when I first started the journey, when I first started in hypnotherapy school, going on in these sessions, I kept expecting myself to see everything, as if I was looking at the world with my eyes open. Because when I dreamt at that time, even though I was visually impaired and couldn't see through the core of my sight, I still dreamt in with sight. But when I got into hypnotherapy, I didn't see anything during some sessions. It was all about what I knew and what I could feel. And the description of what I knew and what I could feel was no different than the times where I've seen it like a movie, or I've seen it through first person, through the eyes of who I was in that present time. And it really didn't make a difference in the healing. Where it made the difference is my expectation, or that feeling of failure, not getting it. Once I was able to let that go and realize that I was having these experiences exactly how they were meant to be, whether that be with or without sight, whether that be with or without feeling, with or without knowing, they absolutely were meant to be how they were meant to be. And the most amount of healing came out of that moment. So when you're sitting down, taking some time, or you're working with someone, and you're going on that journey, let the journey show you itself. Don't determine how the journey is going to be. And that is just a message I wanted to put out there, because I know a lot of us get caught up in those moments of expectation and those moments of, success or failure. And those moments can really derail where you're going or how that moment is supposed to be. So give yourself permission to be a part of the experience, exactly how that experience is meant to unfold itself, and allow that healing to happen exactly how it's meant to happen. So I just want to put that message out there, that if you are working at going within, you're working at finding that inner voice, that inner self, sitting with your inner self, your, whether it be your subconscious or your highest self, your soul, that little younger you, where whatever, or maybe it's just a moment to relax because you got to let go of the day. Like, we all need that time. 30-day challenge of working together and coming together and taking time out of our days to sit down and meditate and give yourself that self-love, that self-compassion, and just really allow yourself to get into that space, whether it be 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour and a half, 2 hours, the entire day. It's, you got to find out what works for you, what you can give yourself, and give yourself those opportunities. But, let yourself experience how you are supposed to experience it, without letting the expectations of how you think you're supposed to experience the moment when you go within, because sometimes our eyes are wide open when we're not actually seeing what's right, like we would normally see what's right in front of us. Let your other senses come forward, let them show you how they can connect with you and how you can work with them. So just something I wanted to pop on here and say, that if you are not seeing the picture in front of your face, but you're feeling it or knowing it, or you're interpreting it through your other senses, that is just as powerful as opening your eyes and looking at it in the face. So give yourself a moment to enjoy the experience and how it presents itself, instead of determining how it's going to present. Because at that point, you give yourself the freedom to really see what you're going to see, no pun intended, guys, because sometimes we see better with our eyes closed. Sometimes it takes our eyes being closed to be able to see and feel and know what we know, to trust what we trust, to understand what we understand, to access that soul wisdom. It's not always, a visual thing. So anyhow, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Make time to breathe, make time to spend with yourself, make time to sit with yourself, wherever you're at in that moment or in this moment. It's a beautiful thing, and you are strong and you are powerful, and give yourself permission to remember that. All right, guys, I hope you have an amazing day. I will talk to you soon. Cheers.